Northerly Lafayette, J Street entrance exit, going to Church Avenue. The following in, doors are closing. The first floor north please, with a half on that. The first floor north please, with a half on that. The first floor north please, with a half on that. And we'll close the door. And we'll close the door.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the 17th when I'm filming this, and yes, we are already halfway through, just over halfway through the month of January, but Happy New Year! I made a huge batch of sorrel recently. This is a favorite in my family, passed down from my mother's side, and we had it over the holidays, and so that's what I'm drinking in case anyone is curious. You know, I get a lot of questions why I share so much footage of the New York City subway, and well, I get DMs about that, and it's because I spend a lot of my time in the subway. It's my main source of transportation outside of walking. And I also find that it's a very intriguing place, an interesting place. It's never gotten old or boring to me. And I feel like if I didn't live here, I would be curious to kind of see that day to day happening down there, just random things. So I do try to get bits here and there for you. So yeah, if you were curious, I guess if you don't like it, you can let me know. But again, it's where I live. Part of why I started this channel, outside of just having it as a hobby, was just to share my lifestyle here in New York City, and the real day-to-day things that I see and that I do. So yeah, the subway is part of that. But how are you doing? How is your January going so far? Mine has been somewhat slow, which has been super nice. I've been able to be home quite a bit, which has been really great because, for instance, today is, I think with the wind chill, is 10 degrees is what it feels like. In some areas it's in the negatives, and we're talking Fahrenheit here, so if you're Celsius, it's even, the number is lower. But I don't really want to be out in that, so being home and working from home and cooking more and all of that sort of thing has been really nice. Now, I am not one to set New Year specific resolutions. I do that throughout the year. I just do that all the time. But I do set New Year goals, and this year I created a vision board for myself, which is something that I typically only do in my mind's eye. So I'm not going to share that with you right now, but my hope is to share that with you at the end of the year and just kind of go through it and see what may have come to fruition. So I'm excited about that. I won't be vulnerable with specifics, but I think that we all have certain areas in our life that we do want to improve, whether it's to get over certain vices or bad habits, or simply to improve our ways of life, our finances, our relationships, our health. Of course, January is a month that the gyms seem to do pretty well. Everybody wants to start working out again. I want to encourage you, especially in the realm of health and exercise, right? So what you're eating, your daily diet, your daily moving routine. Let's say moving, because not everybody can exercise the same. That you keep it really realistic, because, and this is something I'm also bringing up because I have received some private messages about this as well, how I keep myself fit, lean, take care of my skin and things like that. It's a constant effort. I don't have genetics that just, I can eat whatever I want and lifestyle whatever I want, and I'm always going to stay fit. And even if I did have genes like that, you're not really fit. You might, some people can eat a whole pizza pie and they don't seem to gain any weight, but internally they're not healthy from that. So I do have my treats. I do enjoy eating sweet things or breads, things like that on occasion, but I don't make it part of my regular lifestyle, and that's something I just carry with me throughout the entire year. I eat mostly lean. Carbs are something that I lace in here and there, completely guilt-free, because if you think about it too much, you want it more, or perhaps it just has a negative effect on your system. At least this is my experience. The other thing is that I move every day, even when I'm home. But when I'm out, of course, in the city, I'm walking a lot. That's very helpful. Wherever you are, if you can get out for 10 minutes, just give yourself 10 minutes to move your body in some way. If you can't get out, then you can do a walk-in place routine, and you'll find after even 10 minutes your heart rate is up. Or you can do some gentle twists, or maybe get some water bottles and do something with your biceps if you, I don't know where your situation is, but what I do know is that there's always some way to move your body every single day. And just think of exercise, moving your body, like brushing your teeth. It's just something that you have to do to maintain health, right? If we don't brush our teeth every day, our mouths are not going to be very healthy. So whatever it is, so come up with something that works for you, that you can shift your mind, and I really think that is a starting point, that you have a really healthy and positive, kind of make it exciting outlook, or a routine outlook, that you don't have to prove anything to anyone else. You're just doing it for yourself, without pressuring yourself, and accept even what seems like a little milestone. Isn't it interesting how a new year, the beginning few weeks, month of each new year in particularly, how it allows us to feel like we are somehow in a new stage or beginning that's not just the calendar. It's interesting to me because, of course, we don't choose to commit to a new year cycle every 365 days. That's just how it is. It's something that was set for us, that allotted amount of time, a very long time ago. And in general, time just does what it wants, and we adapt. And yet we have a fresh start constantly, every day, every week, every month, every equinox, every birthday. Even in a very moment, one can choose to be like, I'm going to start fresh right now in any given area. And yet none of that compares to the beginning of the year, to January. and there's excitement around it and anticipation. And yet, for much of the world, it's also this cold, dark time, with winter being what it is. And so I find that interesting. It's like the beginning of the year is right in the middle of the dead of winter. And so it's not a coincidence that it kind of balances out that darkness with excitement and anticipation, and newness and freshness and all the things. So that's where some of my thoughts have been in the last few weeks. Just sometimes in the evening, at night, I'm just lying in bed thinking about these things. Now, I don't want this to be a one-sided conversation, so please jump in the comments below and let me know what are some of your New Year thoughts, whether they're general or for this particular year, 2024. I'm curious. Thank you as always for being here, and I will see you soon again.